Hey everybody, if you're tuning in, this is Zur. I think I'm live, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna check real quick. Alright, so we are live. Cool. So it has been a minute since I've done any content or live streams. And I guess anything with RuneScape, I guess you kind of do have a, I don't want to say like a content starvation thing or anything like that. Just gonna hit my timer on these rune rocks real quick. But I guess a lot's happened since the last few videos that I've made and stream and whatnot. I've got a new project over here on the left hand side that I'll get stuck into in a little bit there. But yeah, we're just kind of here hanging out, you know, doing a little stream here and there where we can. So feel free to hang out if you want or don't, ever. But I guess to get you guys up to speed with the smithing progress in the middle here for Zilla 2. So Zilla 2, I guess the goal was to beat Whopper to 99. No excuses, he isn't there yet, but I think it's probably safe to say to admit defeat at this point, because Whopper's had his best few months and he's clutched that pretty easily. So I think he must be like, let me see what the, let's get a high scores up on here. Okay, I'll pull it up on the stream real quick. Alright, so yeah, you can see there he's like less than 700k away. So, and yeah, I mean, I guess if hindsight's 2020, Whopper's last year of smithing, he was probably, I don't know, don't want like a couple of 100k here and there every month. I think he took breaks here and there, but his last, I want to say like 2 months, he has been slamming smithing every day. And I don't want to say I'm the reason for it, but I'll take that. I'll take that claim to fame, you know, for forcing Whopper's hand. It couldn't, I mean, it probably won't be the case, but I'll take it. But yeah, so I guess the idea originally was Whopper wasn't doing like hardcore smithing, he was doing it, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't going crazy like he was the last 2 months. So I was like, well, there might be a chance if he keeps up this kind of slower grind, I might be, you know, in it to win it. But it was not to be, I don't think. Looks like he's gonna slowly chip this one out. So I guess I'll get you up to speed where I'm at. You may be thinking here on Zilla 2, well, you clearly don't have enough ores. You're at 87 smithing and you've got this many ores. Well, if you're new to like my, I guess, if you're like new to the Zilla world and where we're at, most of my, as you can see over in the mining rankings, Zor, so this is Zor 2, who's 5th in the mining. So Zor 1 has most of the resources. So essentially I just need to trade that over. And I got some really good feedback from another YouTuber a while ago now, but I'm going to utilize that eventually. I just want to kind of knock out a few things here and there, like kind of, I don't know, like just sort of chip off a few sharp edges, try and get some things tidied up. And what I mean by that is I could start trading the ores now and making the bars from original Zilla to Zilla 2. But the few things that I want to do is I want to... Well, I've been farming rune ores, as you've probably seen at the start there. I've been doing that for some time now because I want to get in preparation of when I drop the rune market. Because I mean, I don't know what it's going to look like. I've been selling rune hatchets since I've been able to smith that for about a week. And I've probably sold about, I don't know, in the neighborhood of 50 to 60 rune hatches in the last week. So I don't know what that looks like, you know, with other things like Rune Square, Rune Marge, the Battle Axe, Rune Two-Hander Kites. So I'm trying to make sure I've got enough rune ores to, you know, meet the demand, because I'm suspecting once I do get there, we should have a few buyers, I think. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with the smith and stuff. So congratulations, Whopper. You did a good job. Well deserved, but I think your prices are absurd, and I don't really respect you for that. But good job for grinding the level out. GG's there. But yeah, once we do get, so what I'm doing now is I'm mining rune on Zilla 1, Zilla 2's, well, I guess for 90 to achieve 99, not that I really need to do this part. So while Zilla 1's mining rune, Zilla 2's just getting the last bit of the iron ore for 99, for the XP that is. So what I mean is, I'm probably at the stage about, I think we're at 9k iron, so 9k iron or short of 99 smithing, like banked, like the XP banked. That's yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that. I've been just casually doing the iron, trying to knock out the last part of that. So I think it's like what, 14 or so k on this guy. New project over here that I'll speak about soon. But that's kind of where, you know, Zua and Zua 2 have been at the moment. But yeah, the goal of coming first smither is very dim at this stage. I would imagine Whopper would probably have to drop over dead at the stage to win that one. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with the smith and stuff. What else? So yeah, I guess there's been a few things that have happened. Obviously I haven't posted too many PvP or PKing videos as of late. Because I have been really just kind of doing my side project here. Which I don't know, I think it's gonna make for some more exciting PKing than just like a god mage and most people running away and stuff. I'll get into this one now. So now the god mage PKing stuff won't go away, like that'll still always be. But as anyone that knows that plays classic, when you're fighting a god mage, I don't know the percentage, but say like 90% of your opponents tend to run away. And this isn't organized fighting, because I don't believe in organized fights. To me, like growing up as a kid, being on RuneScape in the wilderness, it was meant to be like that great unknown, the wild wild west, anything goes. You step in there, you best be ready for the worst type deal. I really dislike this. Hey, deathmatch me in the wildy at ult. Like, I know that was a thing back 20 years ago, whatever, but that's never what I remember the wildy to be. It was always like this real mysterious, scary place where if you stepped in there, like someone was lurking in the shadows over here to come take you out. Like, that's kind of how I always seen the wildy. So like, the stumbling across someone in the wildy and then engaging in a battle is so much more satisfying to me than let me organize like if you want to organize, cool. For me, like I care less for that. Like I get why people do it, but it's just not for me. And I think it's quite popular. I think people really like doing the organized worldy fights, but not for me. But yeah, so moreover to this account here, Azure 3, he's going to be my non-God Mage account for the Wildy. So I'm expecting there's going to be a little bit more activity in the Wildy, or I guess more people engaging in fights, because even like I guess you've seen in a lot of my videos, people are 3-itemers or AFKers, whatever. But even the people that are kind of geared up, like on my God Mage, they'll still tend to run away. Which I don't think will happen as much. Well, I don't think it would happen at all, having an actual pure fighting them in the wilding. And I guess I don't know if there's like a super like uncommon build. When I thought of it, I was like, well, this I haven't seen yet. I'm sure it's been done before, but I haven't seen anyone in this server do it. And basically what I've done here, you can see the stats here and some of the levels. I've gone ahead and obviously I've got a Dragon Battle Axe. I've done you can see here on my defense here, I've done the 2 quests that give you defense, so that's Dragon Slayer and Heroes Quest. They're the 2, and then there's like a 3rd quest you can do that gives defense for the Holy Grail, but obviously you don't need that for the Dragon Battle Axe. Because I did discuss with a clan mate, the possibility is doing like a Legends pure, but then I think you work out to be if you do Dragon Slayer, Holy Grail, then Heroes Quest, the minimum defense level is 19, I want to say. But I don't know. That's like 2 extra combat levels. I don't know. I think Black's kind of... I don't know. I went down this route anyways. Maybe I don't want to say I was lazy, because this took some time to, you know, build, I want to say. But yeah, so basically it's a Black Pure with the Dragon Battle Axe. Do you think it's fair to compete for mining spots? Yeah, I think it's okay to do that. Because like with mining, you both have a chance of getting an ore. So it's not like too bad to do that. I guess things like NPCs you can't really compete for the same mob for XP. But mining it's fine, I think. But yeah, so back to the Black Pure here, so yeah, it's gonna be I think I'm gonna get a bit more fights in this guy, which will make, I guess, for a little bit more exciting PKing battles. Obviously, we're a little ways away from. I mean, we could probably PK now on it, but I think our max hit's not that great, and obviously our hit points are quite low, so we'd easily get 3 hit. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it'll be fun. Like you see a lot of like Black Pures with like the Rune 2-handers or the you know, the dragon shorts, whatever, the dragon swords. So yeah, so that's what that project is. I've been spending like, I don't know, the last week or 2 putting that one together. And now we're just kind of on the long slog of the the strength grinding. And obviously it's super AFKable, so it's not like I have to do a lot with it. So that's what I've been kind of doing recently. So do apologize about not posting any videos. And I guess I've got a couple that I've kind of like half made, but I haven't really finished them yet. So I kind of want to, I guess I'll give you a bit of a clue. Obviously having 299 miners, I would like to do some type of mining guide. Not sure how I'd want to put it together though, because I guess there's a few approaches you can deal with it. I don't know if I want to do like a big drawn out one, because you can do a lot with that. You can do like best mining locations, you know, best XP per hour. So that's kind of what I've been like putting together slowly. I haven't given it a whole lot of time, but I do have parts of that I'd like to eventually do. But yeah, like, oh, so that sound there means that the rune rocks are back up. And oh, we were gonna actually make a trip to the bank, so you'll see how much rune I've actually mined. And I mean, feel free to come try and PK me, because yeah, you might have a hard time unless you come with friends. Then you know, might make it a little interesting. Damn, look at that coal stack, respect. Oh, that's my small coal stack. Yeah, no, I think on Zilla 2 I burnt through like I wanna say like close to 200k coal. I'm still on Zilla here, I have about 260k coal, give or take. But what I've been really farming here is these rune rocks. Yeah, these take a god awful long time to mine, even at 99. I mean, sometimes they're like a one-hit quitter, but yeah, it's. I mean, you can see I've failed what 3 there already, 3 or 2. Over here, I'll tell you a little secret, is you can actually get one of the red spiders stuck on a stump, which I don't know if any of you guys have been swinging by here recently, but we've had that, me and Amaya have had this spider here stuck for like a week or 2 now. Like it won't move, for whatever reason, like the corner of that stump there, it just locks it in place. We haven't, like, we've tried other places for the other spiders, but we haven't really had much success. But yeah, that one, she's staying there. I've had a few people try and attack, and like on Zua here, it's been interesting. Like one pure tried attacking, but didn't go very well for them. Oh my god. Alright. Let's boogie. So we're gonna head to the bank, and I guess I'll show you what this guy's got in terms of the rune ores, because I have been doing this for some time. I only do those 2 there. Obviously you've got the Heroes Guild, and funny enough, like Zua 2 and Zua both have 99 mining. Zua 3 only has like 50 mining, but Zua 3 has Heroes Guild unlocked, so you know. Yeah, because there's a third rune rock in the Heroes Guild, and then obviously there's another one in the Wilderness. But I think if there was more like people competing for the rune rocks, or more PvP like PK activity, maybe it might be worth going for that third wieldy rock, because it's behind the lava maze. Then you gotta go through poisonous spiders. Then you gotta get to the black dragons. I guess they're kind of on the border of the black dragons. And that's after going through the maze. You gotta cut webs. It's, yeah, bit of a hassle. I mean, it can be done. I haven't bothered. So here, I kind of want to get like another, yeah, about 9k iron. Then I'll get back to smelting. And then once we get through that little bit there, I'll start doing the trading over. So there was a YouTube comment on one of my videos like a month or so ago from oh, I forget his name, but he's a big YouTuber, a big-ish I think, and he gave me a really good idea where, because originally I was going to do like a trade thing at the Shanty Pass and like trade the ores over there and make it real quick. And I guess a few issues with that were like multiple people were standing there, the AFK timer and stuff like that. But yeah, this guy suggested that why don't you just trade, and it made sense, like it's like common sense almost, but it just never crossed my mind. But to just trade the ores over at the furnace, like have, or like, you know, like have, because obviously I'll be trading from here to this guy, to have like, you know, have him run the ores to him or trade him at the bank. He can bank the bars and do that. I'm taking this kind of route here, and maybe it's going to be the, you know, give him my great pathing up, but whatevs. I actually don't mind if I run into people here. But I kind of shoot down the side here and then just go to Fally. Because I guess every kind of PK or whatever conjugates at Edgeville. Or sometimes Bear up, but yeah. So I kind of just go down the side here and just, because it's chilled, because on my timer, I usually get back, I actually forgot to turn it back on, but usually I get back to the spot within about 4 or 5 minutes. And I've kind of been, yeah, doing that for some time. And I'm quite proud of my rune ore stack. So if you really, yeah, I don't know, I kind of want to show it off, if anything. I do also want to do a video on cutting the gems that I've obtained from mining. I guess a little disclaimer there. I guess in total, in mining, I've gained 35 million XP. So when Zilla, my original account, got 99 mining, I did sell all the gems up until that 13 mil to Christoph. But ever since then, and I didn't wear a Dragonstone amulet, which if you wore one of those charged, you get more chances at gems. So yeah, the first 13 mil, so essentially 22 million mining XP. I've wore a dragon charge dummy, and I've kept the, that one, that's weird. So I've kept all the gems from 22 million mining XP. So that's going to be a fun little video. I don't know when to do that. I might do that kind of a little bit later on. Thinking maybe like, yeah, because obviously there's a few things I want to do, and I don't know, maybe I'm kind of in like a break period right now from the videos, but there's a few things, like obviously there'll be like a 99 smithing thing that will happen eventually. So as you can see here, we have 136,000 iron ore. We have that. So that took some time. I'll take a drink to that. 1,040 rune ore. So work that one out. Yeah. Pretty proud of that one. Didn't take as long as obviously these two, but I don't know, it just looks nice. So yeah, that's getting in preparation of, you know, do rinse the market of it. Oh yeah, oh baby. Yeah, so when I get ready to crash that, the absurd pricing of rune at the moment. I won't make any announcement on prices yet, but I kind of, once I get the level, the next one will be rune larges. So once we I think Rune Large is like what 91 with the Dwarven Stout. So once we get there, obviously the prices will be announced for that one. But yeah, at the moment we got plenty of rune hatchets. Obviously you can see we could sell rune hatchets till the cows come home at this stage. And then yeah, we got a few runes. And yeah, these are the gems. Not as many on Zua, like Zua 2 has probably double. Maybe not double, but at least a little bit more than this. Actually, sad thing is when I do get gems out on mining rune, I kind of have to part ways with it. I'm not keeping out there. Hero. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I know like there are some people that aren't really big fans of like price crashing and that, but you know what? I'm not gonna let that change because that's kind of been my focus from the get-go was to make the prices go down. Now, I guess I will say like I don't quite recall what all the rune prices were back, you know, in 2002, 2003, whatever. But I don't know if they're gonna go to those exact prices, but they're not gonna be far off. I guess I can say that much. But yeah, like what are rune kites now? 500k. It's absolutely freaking ridiculous. Yeah, it's crazy to me that, and like people will debate like, oh, he worked for it, like you know, but it's like, no, like you're being money hungry. Like you're clearly already super rich from getting the levels. Like, what more do you need to get out of that? Will be good for PKing. Players will be more. Yeah, yeah. I think that will be the case. People will risk the rune two handers. I think, and you know, Nate is like everyone brings their like. Not myself. I use a square myself, but most people bring like a addy kite to the wildy because you know they're like what 10-15k. But yeah, we're gonna change all that, I think. Yeah, I've actually got the prices written down on a notepad here, on my other screen. But yeah, I've kind of been like looking at them, you know, over the last few weeks, kind of chopping and changing a few things on it because it. I mean, I've been kind of tuning in and out of like global of like certain rune prices because obviously the only rune items that really matter are rune axes, which you know I have now, rune larges, rune square shields, rune battle axe, and rune kite and rune. They're kind of like the only ones that really matter for like a, I guess a smither. Got old mate here crashing my tile. Always fun. Wonder if that's a spawn. Yeah, must be a spawn split as well. Pixel greed is real. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like especially like some people just don't give a shit. It is quite sad because people just. I don't do trading often. Obviously, I'll be doing a lot of it. I've been doing a lot of it, the hatchets and stuff recently, but like I don't go around trading runes and all sorts of different things and rares and whatever. I just can't be bothered with all like the haggling and like the people off like to say you want to buy like a party hat or something that they're always tending to tell you the highest price possible. I just can't be bothered with all that. People that are right in the trading market tend to do that all the time. Not gonna name any names, but you know who you are. So yeah, I just don't bother with that. I will say, I get like the rares kind of going up because this time last year we had a bit of a duping thing. I guess, you know, with that gone and more players and probably some of the older players that have hundreds on their accounts not playing, kind of does change all that. So these rune rocks should come up soon. Take my spot back. I didn't even bring any food. Might do that. Oh, here we go. Oh shit. Yeah, that's a lull. That is a lull. As you can see, he's a level 14 with god spells. Just cast a Zamrak of Flames on his ass. Oh, that was funny. I have a tendency to just, yeah, pick up all this crap. I think why I didn't bring any food was because for the thumbnail of the stream, I kind of wanted to get the 3 Zoas, like the Black Pure with the Dragon Battle Axe, the Smither, which is my main. It was gonna be my main. I don't think it's the title of main just yet because, you know, that's not like great. Obviously the overall is quite shitty, but you know, it's gonna be a main eventually. And then Edge Tank here, Zua. Haggling for the commonly traded items is fun, but trying to buy res is tough. Yeah, I mean, and people, like, some people love merching. I couldn't do it myself because I don't know. I just like if it's in my mind I want to sell something, I just want it gone. I don't want to have to like barter. I just don't find that fun. Some people love that stuff, but yeah, not for me. That's that's Dead Man's ult. Yeah, he made that actually. That account was originally level 10, the God Mages, but he bumped it up a few levels so he could do like the level 15 tournament. So I think we did the observatory quest and the witch's house, so he could get a little bit of like HPX levels in. So he wasn't just at 10 HP. But yeah, when he did the mage arena on that account, I think he said it took like 2 or 3 hours. Because obviously, like, anyone that's done the mage arena, you're getting constantly casted on by the NPCs with god spells. You know, god spells that aren't charged. I think the NPCs do hit 18s, I can't really remember. I think they do. An uncharged god spell will hit a maximum of 18. I'm gonna go ahead and restart this timer. Okay, we got timer on, and we'll leave. I think we like that little leaderboard there. I'm not really sure which one to look at. It's nice to look at your name at the top, isn't it? But it's quite interesting with the mining. Kind of haven't been monitoring it as close as I have in the past, but almost to get on the front page of mining, you almost need 90 mining, which I think if you go back a year ago, there's probably barely 80 to get on the front page here. By the way, I figured out your secret defense about making calculations for my own Black Dragon Axe Pure. I'll keep it under the hat as I build mine. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not too much of a secret. Um, it's literally, yeah, the Dragon Slayer quest, the Heroes quest, and if you want to, for whatever reason, do the Legend Cape, which is if you're making like a low armor defense, I kind of was like, is it really worth getting the Legends Cape? Um, I guess it's a little bit of a flex, but I think it worked out with the, yeah, mate, as I said earlier, because you can get 19 defense, I think it was, because if you do it in the order of Dragon Slayer, Holy Grail, and Heroes Quest, it works out to be 19. If you do Dragon Slayer, Heroes Quest, Holy Grail, I think it works out to be 22 or 21. And I mean, if you, yeah, I mean, if you're in a myth, you may as well go to Addy, and then you may as well make it a main. So, yeah. Did you get 37 prayer for Dragon Slayer? No, no, I just kept it at 34. Yeah, like I gotta tell you, the underground pass was not fun. I could fully understand why people like complain about the underground pass in global. There was a few times I even got 50 agility. I was like, well, this will make it, slightly easier. But yeah, that quest is a doozy. Now, I guess, yeah, because having the load of, because at that time I had 8 defense because I hadn't done heroes yet, which you could do heroes first, I guess. But I just wanted to get the clanks out of the way. I'm stopping after Dragon Slayer heroes. Yeah, that's what I did as well. But yeah, the underground pass. Yeah. So like the first, like, if you've ever done underground pass on classic, first part's not too bad. You're kind of jumping over rocks and doing a bit of a maze here or there. Obviously, like some of the NPCs that do attack you, they do chip away at your health, like the bats you encounter, skeletons, I don't know, zombies and stuff. Ghouls. So I think I did that one at like, I want to say like level 40 or something. But yeah, the demons are kind of tough. Because like there's a food spawn in there, so you can kind of, which I had to use a lot of. Have like a trout stew and like a cooked meat, and I think there's like another food resource somewhere else. But they were the 3 I used, anyways. And yeah, it took some time. The demons, I had to keep getting like a full inventory of food and coming back and fighting them. I mean, obviously, if you get 37 prayer, then you just turn on the paralyzed monster and yeah, you're done. But did not do that. And again, and of course, the last part I found really interesting is because I guess I ban who you have to throw like a doll into like a well or something at the end. IBAM will start like doing magic explosions all in this room, and you gotta try every time you get hit by one, you get kind of reset back to the front entrance. And my first attempt, I didn't die, but I didn't kind of realize that's kind of how it worked. So when I went in there, he was just chunking me away, and I was like, oh, I did not expect that. So and this was the part that took longest. So I left the room, I went down because to get the food I was getting is like when you fall into like I guess a big pit of like ghouls and stuff. There's a food respawn in there. So I was grabbing stews and trouts and stuff. But when I was trying to get back up to Iban's freaking room, I just couldn't, like, for whatever reason, I kept falling down, and you fall, you take like 10, 12 down, whatever it is. And like that happened like I want to say like 9 times in a row. I was like, I actually started laughing out loud. I was like, this is insane. But once we got to his room again, I don't know if there's like some strategy. I think there is. You can like kind of save spot that IBAN room, but I kind of just kept trying to click forward, and I guess I got like good RNG, and he ran straight to the. Because it's probably like a good like I want to say like 9 or 10 tiles from like the door to like the whale thing you have to chuck the doll into. What else is there? We talked about smithing. The current war with the Finns. I did because I got like a little like notepad here. Well, I guess you wouldn't call it a war, but my clan that I'm in, if you're not aware of, I guess there are a few clans. Touching on this second, what do we got here? I stopped after Dragon Slayer Heroes. Yeah, might get 37 prayer to make it easy. Yeah, 37 would make it easier. I think 25 range is worth for clanks. Yeah, well, you can either do the clanks or you can do the 60. Well, I guess it's like what? I forget what the magic beer gets you up, but I think it's like 1 magic or 2 magic. But you can do like the the goldsmith cooking gauntlets one. I think they have the same stats. But you need like, you're not getting 25 range, but see, getting range, you don't get extra combat levels if you're leveling strength in that. Planks are harder to get for sure, but either route works. I think for the is the build I'm going for this guy is I want to get as high strength as possible. I know people kind of throw around 99 and stuff, but like let's be serious about 99 for a second. Like, obviously I'm AFKing, but if we're hitting these numbers correctly, like you can see the current goal level 99, time until goal. Like that's not a walk in a park. 2,453 hours. Like we got to give it like the respect it deserves. So, obviously I would love to have 99 strength, but will I get it? I don't know. Because I know, like, I hear people all the time, "Oh, I'm gonna go for 99, this, that." 99 mining, if you're just mining coal, you could probably look at it about upwards to 700 hours. You're just doing coal. Yeah, let's be realistic when we talk about 99s. It's all cool to say it, but give it some respect. God. Anyways, yeah, so the Finns. So our clan, well, the clan that I'm in, we're called the God Squad. I guess I'll give a bit of a backstory because I guess it's probably like the great unknown to a lot of people. So we started with like a 4-man clan, I want to say like 6-7 months ago, and it was just 4 God Mages. I don't know if I'll name members and that, but yeah, so we had 4 God Mages. We met originally with, and some of these God Mages had mains and stuff too. I don't. A PKing mage, main rather. Yeah, so we were kind of just we formed from there, and we've recruited slowly, and now we got a decent, like, for a community like RuneScape Preservation, we have a decent clan size now. I won't give that info away where we're at now, but we did start off with the 4. And yeah, I guess I don't know if there was like any real goals, but there have been a lot of Finnish, maybe not so much in recent times, but like especially last year, they seem to think that they control the wilderness. And I definitely do believe our clan have maybe not put a stop to it, but have definitely put a dent in that statement. I'm probably pretty confident in saying that because a lot of my clanmates don't sort of film their PKs, but if I had to have like a kill death ratio, I think we're on the winning side of that, especially when it comes to the I don't know if the Finland clan have a crew name, like I think they call themselves Fin Crew, but I don't know like their official name. But I know they've got close to, I want to say like 10 or 11 members. But yeah, and I mean they're like a force to be reckoned with, not for sure. They got really strong people in their clans, and they got really strong Addy Pewers, and I mean they are in the wilderness training all the time, so you got to give them that. But I think with our clan on the scene, we definitely put a dent in that. So yeah, that's kind of I don't know. There hasn't been too much activity lately because I guess their boss leader's away on holidays at the moment. Um, yeah, I do want to do a little bit of a segment a little later on, is kind of review in full length some of my, I guess, in my mind, like my top 5 PK fights that I've had. Most of my fights are just, nuking 3 items or AFK people. So I don't think you'd classify them as fights. But I do have like the longer versions that aren't sped up, that are just kind of just know 2-3 minutes of the whole footage. I'd like to kind of do like somewhat of like a review, just kind of talk my way through it. Not so much say excuses or anything through them, but I just kind of maybe give my thoughts on them, and yeah, I think it'll be fun. So that I'll probably do that a little bit later on. Also, what I want to do is I know the site has kind of been not coping too well in the last week, but Jolt's XP tracker site Champions Guild. There's been, I guess, I don't know, like, because I'm no coder, so I don't know the fine details of what causes the crashes on these sites, but the last, I want to say, 4 or 5 days, the XP hasn't been really tracking. But I kind of want to look at the record tab, because prior to my last stream, records wasn't a thing. So I do want to kind of look at the records, and talk a little bit about that a little bit later on, because I think that'll be fun. So yeah, what else have we got? So we got that, the side project. Now I actually don't know, like, do you start PKing at 66? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of just being like a 3-item noob at the moment. I know on Jolt's Black Pure Ult, he did about 140 something K of these rats. I think at the moment I'm at about 16, 15K. So I've got a little bit of catching up to do in that regards. Yeah, I don't think this will be like an extremely long stream or anything. It's kind of just kind of getting you guys up to speed. Yeah, PKing videos might be some time, because I kind of want to do the smithing. Like you can see here, I said about 24K iron. I'm gonna start making bars again. Oh, there goes our timer. No one's here. Yeah, so I kind of want to do that. 24K iron, start making bars again. So I kind of want to get the smithing stuff done, because once the bars are made, and I think my record, which we'll see in a little bit, is over 600K smithing in one day, 600K XP. Timer again. Kind of what I've been doing is doing like 10 rune ore a trip. I think, like, if any, because I'm not like prepared for a full fight, but I think that's enough for me to ding anyone that tries to attack me. Bro, I've been PKing at every level and I can find an opponent on 3 different accounts. Yeah, like there's always people like in the wilderness. I don't think there's been a time where, like, if I'm going for a roam, I know a lot of people use cameras and like camera accounts and that. I'm not like a big fan of that. I think it kind of takes away like the mysterious of the wilderness. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to think like, because there are like people like especially like people that tend to be in the wilderness a lot. And some people in my clan will have like a level 3 alt that sits at the graveyard, that sits at the giants, pirate hut, all the like hotspots. Which is cool, whatever. But I don't like that. I think it just takes away from the wilderness experience. And of course, anything goes. Like that's what you want to do, and so be it. Like if someone was to come like gank this guy in level 40 whatever wilderness, yeah, I'll be mad, but that's just the aim of the game, you know. Or if I get killed here with 3 items, I'm not gonna like overall like I guess I'll be upset from dying, but not upset that you took advantage of that opportunity, you know. It's like that's just what the wilderness is for. Both thug spots are where I do most of my fighting just to keep super. Yeah, thugs are super popular. Um they get super crowded though. Because I'm kind of torn, like I think if you've got more than like 2 or 3 people at thugs, you get like, I want to say like 2k XP per hour or something. And obviously I'm here alone on rats. But I think even with like 3 or 4 people, you still get about 3-4k XP. Obviously, you'd have to reset that, look at it in half an hour and see what it's like alone, because clearly hasn't been resetted for a while. Yeah. So that's kind of all I've really been up to. So yeah, PKing videos will kind of probably start happening again after the smithing. So you're probably, I may pop in for like a live stream here or there. But yeah, PKing, gonna sort of put some ice on that for a while. I mean, obviously the month of January I did like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 videos or something in PKing, so which I think is, I mean, like they're not like amazing and I've never claimed to be like an amazing PKer or anything, but I do kind of want to I guess put some more like battles in that, and I can do that with this guy. I think like people, I don't know, I think it'll, because when you look at any of the old PKing videos, you don't see god mages like guff clawing people down to death. It's normally like a pure or something fighting, so that's kind of the idea behind that. And I'm not too keen on like doing too much fight. Like I don't know, maybe soon, but like I don't feel like too cool about having 58 hits this level. Yeah, but I think now with just this strength, and obviously I use magic as well. So with magic I hit like 6s. Um, and then the strength I think it's like 24 or something. So if I get lucky, that's a 30 in 1 round. Oh, the boy's back. I wonder if that man's god mage will come back. We'll see. He is logged out here, I'm pretty sure. Get him out of here. Now these type of PKs I do approve of when you're trying to train. What mage are you planning on stopping at on the Black Pure? I was thinking for Firebolt. Since you need 34 for Dragon Slayer. Yeah, so I think I forget what the magic boost is from the beer. I think I want to say it's like 2 or something. But yeah, you need 33 obviously for the Ellie grab. So I think the minimum's like 31 magic with the Dragon Slayer. But I don't know, I guess it'll be like in waves. Again, we gotta put respect on these high levels because they do take time. I'm kind of happy at where it's at the moment. Obviously, like the more you do fight with that, it will start progressively going up at the lower levels pretty quickly. So like right now, Firebolt is like you want to obviously go 10 levels above it so you don't fail to cast. So I'm 11 levels above that, so it's not too bad for now. But I'd like to get it to eventually 85. Like that would be like the end goal. But yeah, it'll happen in waves, so I'll probably sit at this for a while, then move up to whatever I feel next. Maybe do Fire Blast next, get it up to like 69. And then after that, I'll move it up to 85. Because how I leveled magic on my mage shank was just casting Curse. And it was about 60k. Yeah, 60k casts of Curse. So yeah, that cost about, I want to say like 4.5 million in total. So it's pretty cheap, like for the for going down that route. Obviously, I guess your cheaper method is doing the strikes, but it's kind of, I don't know. When I did the curse, it was kind of, I didn't feel like I was hardcore just clicking it. It was more of like a passive XP gain over time. And I kind of like that, so I'll probably just do that from time to time. I guess it is a bit more risky bringing in like thousands of water runes and bloody runes into the wilderness. But when you're in like level 1 or 2, there is a quite high chance of survival. But yeah, I'll sit at that for a while. Like prayers like staying the same. Range I don't really, yeah, I mean eventually. I guess the main focus is just strength and just like strength for the next few weeks. But I'm hoping the smithing wise. I wanna say for smithing at this stage, it's hard to say because the smelting does take a long time. But I want to say we're probably about 8 weeks to 10 weeks in that time frame from 99 smithing. Like that's probably like a safe zone, 8 to 10 weeks. Because I've still got to smelt 150k, like thereabouts, 150k steel bars. Probably a little bit more than that. So that will take a good 6-7 weeks, like just alone. Once I get that done, like they're making the steel plates is so fast. Take a couple weeks and then I'll be at 99. But I did like my first 70 odd k of steel bars because that's all Zua 2 had on them, like for the iron. Holy shit, these bears. Sometimes I just do not move. They do not want to move. I know like some people take like a weapon out with them to take them out, but I can't be bothered with that. But yeah, sometimes they'll get you. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I don't really have much else to discuss in terms of the accounts, but what I'll do in a minute here is review this these PKing clips. I'll just bank this. Do that. I'll just see if I got this video here ready. I think this is gonna be fun, so I'll make sure I got the right clip here. Just trying to think. I'll log out. I'll log out. I mean, I could get 5 more minutes of XP, but whatevs. Okay. Put that there. Okay, so this is for a bit of fun for the stream. So basically, this is like my top 5 PK fights. In my mind, some go my way, I think most. But there's probably one that you'll see in there that's, you know, probably quite famous. So these are full length videos, they're not sped up or cut, so you do get to see, like, I guess kind of the start of the fights and kind of how they end as well. So, and I'm just sort of gonna probably stop and start just to kind of review some of it, give my thoughts, but let's get stuck into it. The first fight here we got against LeChunk. Obviously this is all God Mage fighting, but LeChunk is Jolt's ult, second ult. I don't actually really know the stats of this one. I think they're like a dragon long prayer build, like 1 defense. You gotta rock the eye patch as well, so this is what this fight is. So I think he's coming and attacked me here. And I don't think I attacked straight away because I didn't have like charge and all that ready. So we get into it here. We're hitting some fat zeros. Then I'm starting to get into it. So I was quite slow off the mark here. And I've only really I'm like new to the catching stuff. Free to this recording, so I'm not like the greatest at catching. But he's hitting a bunch of zeros still. You know, still working on that catch. But he did hit me a little bit there. Didn't see what that was. What did he hit me for? He's saying hit, slap. Oh, 14. Okay. So I'd imagine, being that he's level 50-ish, his max hit should be like, with like prayer and stuff, I would say it would be close to 30. Or maybe the high 20s. But I mean, he doesn't have magic or anything, so realistically, he got lucky. And I mean, luck goes a long way, you know, when you don't have the... I mean, you're hitting on a defense, someone with 84 defense plus the 17 defense there. Someone told me they changed the way catching works in the past. Weekish told me they made it work. I hope they revert the change. Yeah, I think what they did with that is, I don't know so much the catch part, but I know like when you're engaging in a fight, you gotta be within 2 tiles to attack. Like where you dead stop when clicking on someone to attack. Yeah, see, I haven't done a lot of PKing since the changes, so I haven't really had a whole lot of experience with it. This is definitely prior to any of that. But yeah, you've probably seen this original video in one of my PKing clips, but it was quite a long fight. Maybe a little embarrassing on my part, you know, I'm taking long to attack. I'm not sort of casting before engagement. I hit a 0 there, which is kind of sad, but yeah, it's good to keep. And I vouch, he hits a 23 on me there. But I do vouch if you are PKing, do film your battles or your PKs, or if you die, just so you can kind of see where you've gone wrong. I know it's helped me a lot. I'm new, like I said, so I don't know the difference. I see, so click next to them when back. Yeah, I think that's what you're meant to do. Is you gotta, yeah, get close enough then attack. So it's a double click rather than a single click. I've only PK'd in class in the past 2 weeks. Oh, cool. Well, it's good to see more PKers. Because really, I mean, the only people that I have seen PK in the last, I want to say half a year, has been kind of my clan, the Finnish clan. So it's good to see other people. There have been a few people here and there, but that's kind of been like the two prominent heads in the wilderness. It is good to see other people get in there. But my God, 23. So he did hit it. He did hit through that level 100 defense. But yeah, there's a lot of things I need to take away from this. So like catching, precasting into fights. Because if you get a precast off, say you hit a 25, and then you engage in a battle, they're locked in a 3-rounder, and they're 25 health less off, you know. So, but that's kind of just getting, you know, your reps in and being a bit, because like I'm not like panicking, but I don't think I'm like the most level-headed person when I'm fighting. But yeah, I'm an OSRS veteran, Runescape classic noob. Yeah, well, that's cool, man. Yeah, and it's crazy. I've seen some people on OSRS that have come over to RuneScape Classic. They've got some monster accounts over there. It's quite insane, actually. We'll finish off this one here. So he's got me at 39 here. So, and another thing that I've taken away from some of these clips is like I get too sort of egotistical on my defense, and I rely heavily on the defense. And you know, and I will say like, this isn't like me making a excuse or anything of the kind, but just kind of my thoughts. Like I do, because with like a, you know, with the super defense pot, 100 defense, I'm thinking nothing can touch me, right? That's why it doesn't really come to mind to ever run on this guy. But I think I need to kind of be a bit more, you can see here I kind of finished him off there. He could have run, I think, there, last pit. I do want to see how many rounds it was, though. So you go, like, he had no food, yeah, so. He I guess, kind of went out in his shield there. He could have just, you know, teleported or did whatever, but he didn't. He didn't have any tellies on him, but yeah. So that was the fight with Jolt. Bit of fun, really. That wasn't set up. He just kind of came out of nowhere. So this next fight here is against Penguin PK. And I start shooting him through the window at the pirate site. So he's level, and you gotta remember, I'm a level 50 God Mage. So he's level 104, so he's like, alright, motherfucker. So he was game, instantly hits me with the 22, and I was like, so you can see me spamming here. I actually didn't expect him to attack. Because you gotta remember, in my mind, no one attacks me, everyone just runs. But I gotta be, you know, I gotta be a bit more, there's a few words, but I just gotta, you know, pay attention, I think is a good word, like, because I just think no one wants to fight a level 50 God Mage, but yeah, Penguin PK was gamed, he was gamed. What have we got here in chat? Played 7 days, 8 hours since opening RuneScape Classic main, was created a month ago. Wait. Yeah, there's some big time grinders on RuneScape Classic for sure. You gotta be to be competitive. Because I don't know, like, is his name Theoratrix or something? I see some of his shorts come up, and it's like, do you want to get 99 whatever, and it's like it will take you 200 hours to get this one. I'm like, 200 hours? Like, like, is that it? Like 200 hours in this, like, just a medium skill in RuneScape Classic gets you to like level 80, or you know, maybe mid 80s. I don't know. I thought that was quite funny. But what? Yeah. So here I'm spamming. I'm spamming to get away. So, as you can see in the corner here, this tells you what level I can fight up to, and what level the lowest level I can fight. The Penguin PK being combat level 104, we're like, there's only like 2 wilderness levels we can really fight at, which were in level 54 wilderness. So I was not prepared for him to come out and fight me. I thought I was just being a cheeky bugger and I'll just shoot him through the window. So he comes out, hits me for a 22, I panic, and I run for the hills. Because I don't think I was charged and I wanted to get my defense pot up. Hit me for a 22, and like in real life terms, he kind of just like rocked me. Like if we were in a boxing match, like he just, yeah, he made me see a few stars in that scenario. It kind of just all happened so fast. So we'll get back into it. He is chasing me down. He catches me there. Really nice catch. I am still stressing. Get me out of here. So I get out of there. I'm like, okay, let me eat a shark. Let's get the defense up. Let's get some charge on. So I'm like, no, I'm going to fight. It's just, you know, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. So I come back in. I'm like, all right, let's see what happens here. So we do. So here I'm like, all right, now we can get into it. So hit a nice couple of hits there, 21, 17, a 14. So I guess when you're fighting in like things like this, it's kind of, I don't know, you're not going to get an end result, which I believe this fight we don't get anything. But I did want to add this into this sort of my top 5 because he was the highest combat level I have fought. And he could have killed me because this particular player, you know, being combat level 104, I think at the end of this clip, I don't know if I have it in this clip, I'm hitting some really nice hits there, 25, 23. So yeah, if I had a chase game at this stage, if we weren't like 2 levels difference, you know, like had the zone of Wildy 53 to 54 not been just there, and I could chase, that would have been a different result maybe. But I think we may be going to maybe 1 or 2 more rounds here. You can see he's clearly running kind of every round because he just can't hit through that defense. Yeah, and I think he says his attack was like 83 or 82 at the time. Which, yeah, again, he's having to run again. But even being at 104 combat, I mean, he was hitting me, but yeah, so that's kind of how that fight went. I don't think we had any more rounds, but I quite enjoyed that one. It was kind of off the cusp, you know, he was just minding his own business, training on the parts, and I sort of come in there and, you know, did my thing. But yeah, that was the end of that one. Yeah, I asked his attack because he said it was quite hard to hit. So here, now this one's a good one. So this is low-key, and I always get these two mixed up. I think his main is Husey, I want to say. So he is part of the Finnish crew. I think that's their clan name. We're just going to roll with that. So anyways, Husey, his main's like, I don't even know, like 100 and something. Quite up there in the ranks. He's often in the, you know, the Pirate Hut and high level Wildy. But this is his Addy Pure, which I don't know the exact stats, but I'm pretty sure the strength's like in the 90s, maybe like the lower 90s. And being Addy Pure, I guess with them they're quite nice to AFK at like zombies at graveyard, is that zombies can't really hit you too much or at all. I never had natty pure, but I'm just assuming that you could just kind of never leave that spot. And plus you can PK people while you train. But yeah, so this is an account that's probably been worked on for some time. But maybe this is probably one of your more organized fights, because I seen him at graveyard and he said to me, "Hey Zor, you wanna see how we go, or whatever." Like he said something like, "You wanna throw down?" I was like, "Yeah, not really my thing, but alright." So, you know, we had to go, I think, what's he, level 79? We had to go to about level 30 wilderness to fight. But let's get stuck into it here. So I say ready. This guy here in the corner is saying Hija. Hija. However you say that. Here we get stuck into it. I'm hitting some nice hits. He's hitting a lot of zeros. My catching is not great, but I guess that was some type of catch. He hits me a few times there and actually gets me to 32. Yeah, that was a little bit close for comfort. But you can see I'm clearly doing the more damage overall. Like I'm hitting like kind of every time. He's hitting like 0, 9, 0, 0, you know. So it's a 27. You can kind of see like the common theme when I do fight a lot of people is they'll tend to be the runner. And that's probably, I guess, my curse, if you would. As I said earlier, I'm a bit too confident in my defense level, so I gotta learn to know when to run and, you know, get a little bit better at that, because you'll see a little bit later on why I need to do that. You can see here, like, I'm chunking away at his health. Like every engagement, he's running every time. This was quite a good battle though, because, you know, what did we end up with? Like 6 shark left, and yeah, he obviously was done there. So I guess there's a few things to take away from that one. Maybe casting in between rounds, you know, going back into engagement. So there's things like that, but and I kind of was just kind of standing still. Not that he would be running. I guess it's a different ball game when you're catching and stuff, but you can see clearly. I don't know like the overall damage, but I probably did 300 damage to his like 150, like overall. So you can definitely see why people don't like to fight god mages. Is kind of, this is like the result most times. That was that one. What do we got next? I made this a while ago, so I don't even remember what else I put in here. And this is probably okay. So this one here, it kind of lagged out the start there, but it was weird. This guy, he's a level 51 black rune 2 hander pure. So I think his strength would be like, I want to say like high 70s, maybe 80. But this one really surprised me. Like, out of all the fights that I had, this one surprised me the most. So he was the lowest combat level, using like, you seen I fought a level 104, the Addy Daddy, who's, you know, like, they're pretty freaking OP as they are. And yeah, you'll just see. So we get into combat here, and off the bat, obviously I caught him off guard, and I get him quite low. And I failed the catch here, but for some reason I clicked attack and it didn't attack. I don't know why. This is prior to any updates, but there's that. So he hits a 26. So that kind of shocked me. I was like, okay, we got a fight on our hands. I don't have my defense put on yet because I actually didn't expect him to fight back at this stage. I was like, wow, okay, so he's a gamer. He wants to go. I obviously had charge on, but he's smacking me. Yeah, as all the other battles go, I was, you know, clearly getting hit less than my opposition. But I still don't put the defense put on yet. I know I do put it on at some point, but yeah, we go a few rounds. For someone that's a level 51 pure, he did incredibly well. I think this round he did really well. Got me to 24, so technically at this stage, like if we go back a second. Now, obviously we're past the 3 rounds at this point, but at this stage, again, I don't run. He could have killed me. Like in this very point, I never clicked away. I put too much confidence in my defense, but you can see he clearly hit a 26 before. So yeah, that was my bad for not clicking away because that would have been super embarrassing if he got me. But yeah, no, this fella did really well. So I hit a 26 and he takes the high hill there. Then I finally put, I don't know, did I have the defense? Yeah, so I had it on that round before. So I think there's still a few more rounds, but yeah, as you can see, this went a lot longer than I expected. But yeah, so don't, if you're like a black rune 2H pure and you do see a god mage, I mean, clearly I was doing a lot more like, yeah, see that. I mean, then that happens, right? But until RNG kicks in for the god mage, you can still win, especially if they're you know, a dickhead like myself. Yeah, this last round, there's nothing he could have done. The first hit, 25. So I don't know what his HP was at. But yeah, 25. 24, like 20, 25, 24, it's pretty much a done deal, alright? Like, what's he got, like 6 HP at most left? Yeah, it's a done deal there. Yeah, that was quite rewarding to get that in the end. Could have had a high chance of dying, so now we go into our final PKing clip of this little highlight reel, if you would. Is my fight with Mappy where I lose my D-Med. And I did learn a lot. There's a lot of learning lessons from this fight. But let's get stuck into it. So at this point, I see Mappy. Maybe he's aware that I'm there already. I'm not too sure. But I think I paused for a bit here, or maybe I cut the pausing out. But prior to this part, I probably sit there for a good 30 seconds. I was like, oh shit, Mappy's here. I guess at the time, I never really thought about this, but at the time, he was like, I've always, every time I've seen Mappy in here, he's always run away. But that's, you know, obviously because I've had a partner or two with me. So I didn't know what the outcome would be here at the time because I've only ever seen him run. So same thing with Penguin PK. I didn't expect him to fight back. Especially, you know, I've only ever seen him run. Granted, I had, you know, people with me, so I didn't expect him to come out and fight. So you'll see here, I go up to the window. I'm like, all right, let's do a little bit of that. And I will say this account here, I just want to touch on. I just want to touch on this account over here. You'll see it appear in a second. The Lord Tempat. Now, if anyone can explain this to me, like what happens in the next 15 seconds of this clip, I would love to know the answer to. I don't know how they did it. So I think they're like a low level, like in the 20s, whatever it was. I don't know whose main it is, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so I'm shooting Mappy through the window here. He's clearly there now because he says hi or something in a second. I can't shoot him, he moves, so he's clearly there. I was like, well, I'll go shoot this guy here, this Lord Temper guy. So I come around the corner to shoot this guy. It's like I've got like the Zemi flames ready, right? So I'm ready to shoot this guy. He's in the line of sight of the window. And he's just logged in. Middle of a combat. So you know when you leave combat in RuneScape, you have to give the game 10 seconds, right? So this confused the shit out of me. I don't know how it was possible, but I cut like, so he leaves combat. I'm a tile away from the window, and I'm about to click Flames Zamrak. I'm level 14, right? So I'm about to hit, like, you know, level 14, that's potentially a one-shot. So I wish I could do this like frame by frame. I get to that, like I cross over to that tile, to the window, disappears. But where's the 10-second out of combat timer? Like, it makes no sense how that happened. I just want to sort of replay that in like one thing. So I go to click, he's in combat, he leaves combat, logs out. So then I just like, well, I'll just shoot Mappy here. He doesn't say hi. There he goes. He says hi there. So I did get him a little bit low there, which is nice. And now that I realize watching this back, I only had not that it mattered because I still had food when I died, but I only had a small. So yeah, because what I was doing here is you can, with a poison throwing knife, you can equip it at like one attack, and you know, just like, because what in my mind I was kind of trying to do like a because the video idea I had at the time was I was going to sort of trick people to thinking that I was like some iron defender, then switching to God Mage. I think I killed maybe 1 or 2 people like this switch over. I obviously didn't do it with Mappy, but this was kind of like on the tail end. Picked up some rune. I was probably coming back to the Mage Bank, and this is where I saw Mappy. Yeah, I don't have a lot of food on me. I've got 4 inventory, well, 8 maybe. Yeah, what do we got? 4. We got these 4 here. That, you know, that's a lot of food. Not that I guess that was the issue with my death, because I underate big time. But yeah, so we get into it. So Mappy's clearly keen for a fight. He walks through the other door. I guess he's taking his pot, so I'm charging up. Alright. He's ready to fight. So he shoots me. So I think magic was like a new thing, because I don't think he ever used magic in the past. So I think, I want to say 69 magic during this video. So we get into it. You can see he hits a 30 here. And, you know how I was feeling like shaky before where Penguin PK hit me for a 22. This definitely fucking rocked me. Boy, a 2? That cake takes me to 71. A 4 from another magic shot. And then a 30. So like in the matter of like a second or 2, I'm already at like half my health just about. I was like, holy shit. I think with Mappy's build, I think he's level 98 in this video, but I want to say he's like in the high 90s in strength, maybe mid 90s, like 95. And so 30s is something that this account can hit. I think even higher, maybe like a 31, 32. Obviously he's got the Dragon Battle Axe. So, you know, given with that, he's shooting magic at me as well. I don't know what the fire. I don't know what the max hit on the fire he's shooting. I want to say like 8. Could be wrong. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, I should be running. We've already gone past the 3 rounds, but he runs. I give him like 10 seconds to eat up because I'm terrible at catching. But you know, like all the other fights, I'm getting the damage in. They're hitting a lot of zeros. He runs for a bit here. I think he said something about that he failed a cast. Yeah, he did run for a fair way. I think he was getting his time back on his magic. Which I'm kind of interested. Yeah, so his magic comes back there. So he hits me there with the magic. So I want to point out something here. So obviously me not running again. But yeah. When I click magic on him here, yeah, this click here. So I clearly clicked magic on him, but I don't think it registered the attack. I don't think. Anyways. So yeah, I mean, I started the fight with like, you know what, 6 or 7 sharks, so I haven't eaten a whole bunch after like 3 or 4 rounds. I think this is the round that I die. So 6. So yeah, I mean, clearly a shark should have been eaten there. And maybe I was being preservative because I didn't have a whole bunch of food. But yeah, this is the round that I die. I guess I'll just like lay out all the excuses now. So he is 15 HP higher than me. So, you know, I guess in wilderness, especially when you're kind of in PKing, HP is like like just say like not that we're max or anything, but when you're like the competitive level of PKing, I guess it all comes down to your HP. If you're not like 99 HP each. And what I mean by that is he's like a main with magic and I'm a god mage. I guess it's kind of even because he can potentially hit like, you know, close to 40s in one hit. Where god mages will just constantly hit you. So I think it's fairly even in that regards because he can hit almost double mine in a round. There, he had a 15 HP advantage, so I think his HP was like 88 or 89. But yeah, I mean the sole reason I lost that was I didn't eat. You can see here, it's like this could be like a meme here. It's like the moment he knew he fucked up was when I didn't eat an extra shark here. So me being confident in my defense again, 22. So I was at 27 HP there. That's all she wrote. And then obviously I was skulled, so everything disappeared in my inventory in that one. But, you know, not gonna lie, I was mad at first, but I think that's just a natural human reaction. You be mad about losing your D-Med, but I'm not like I mean, you guys have seen my inventory, so I'm like, you know, it doesn't ruin my bank to lose a D-Med. But yeah, good learning experience if anything. I know Mappy thinks I'm like salty for weeks or something after it, but that's not the case. Salty for maybe 15 minutes for sure, but yeah. GG on that one. So I guess that was kind of like my little review voiceover on the PKing clips. But yeah, as I said, PKing will probably not be a thing for me for like maybe a month or 2. But there'll be other videos, like more skilling, maybe a few live streams here or there. Might do like a roaming wildy thing here and there, but no PKing videos for the meanwhile. I do want to check out one thing though. Let's go to the Champions Guild. So this one here. Now, you'll see a message here on the Champions Guild. I'm so sorry again. Getting high scores from Runescape Vet took over 10 seconds for one player, which was timed out limit. So basically what happened, I don't know coding obviously, but the last few days, there's been like, I'm just trying to remember what the first thing was. I think it was a similar issue maybe. I know Jolt's gonna correct me for this one, but there was like a similar issue to begin with where it was going through, because how it updates the leaderboard is it does like all the A's, like if you go to the players names here, or all these ones first, it'll update this, update that in kind of alphabetical order. And me being Zooer, I'm always last, so I know when mine comes on the leaderboard, I get to finish updating when my name appears. I think while it was like loading through the alphabetical names, at some point it did crash the first time, and then I think when we made Jolt aware of it the first time, it was probably like 8 hours past the update, so it was really like kind of a hard thing to fix, because now that we have the records tab, which I'll get into in a sec, because I guess the only options were to keep the track data that was there for the people that were tracked, say up to D was tracked and above. Keep the data there for the people that were tracked for 24 hours plus the 8, and then make that a single day, and then the next day would be like 16 hours. That just kind of made for like messy data, I think. So I think what the plan was just to delete that single day, or maybe 2 days, I guess, because you need 2 days of data. Like, so for 1 day of data needs to talk to like the day prior, so you can kind of work out how much XP you've gained for that day. But I guess we're like 4 days without data, I want to say. I think. Yeah, so this one here, I think we got up to like F or something, D, K. Yeah, so this isn't every alphabetical order name. Yeah, this won't be true, but what I want to talk about is the records here, so, yeah. I mean, it's sad that it's not tracking, but it's not the end of the world. Belt's very capable person with this thing, and obviously I put full trust in his capabilities and getting this to be working. And I mean, he's done such an amazing job with this site. But let's look at the records here. Now the records tab here will basically, I guess, stamp your, I guess, the date. Like for example, on the 16th of February, Fleb Dilbert gained this much XP and was the most that anyone recorded on the site. And obviously you can see the date timestamp for the day. There's other views as well, but we'll just focus at the days for the time being. Now obviously overall is going to kind of always be like, I mean over time it's going to just be like kind of who does the fletching prototype darts, or like I said to Jolt, it's kind of fletching 2.0, is that would obviously be the clear winner. But in the current day where it's only, you know, this app's only been out for 6 weeks, that isn't the case. So, but let's dive into this and have a look. So we can see here in the fighting, now we're looking at 24-hour gain period. That is, I'm just quite shocked and taken aback looking at the fighting here. 100k XP in fighting in 24 hours. Yeah, that is quite insane. Really. think about it, like, holy dooly. What do you guys think about that? That is, I know he's been doing Pirate Hut. What does that work out to be? Did he do 24 hours? I wonder. Well, I'm not gonna get Pacific, but okay. You probably get a little bit more in Pirate Hut, would you not? Like if you did 24 hours, maybe it was more like a 20-hour grind or something. That's a big day. Like for fighting. Like you do that every day for like a couple months. You'll be up there. I mean, I've been doing rats on Zewith 3 and I think I'm on like an 18-hour day. I'll probably get like, I don't know, maybe like 20 something. 25. It's not much. Not on the record board, so. I mean, rats aren't like the best for the top dogs there. But yeah, it's quite impressive. And you mean, like, there's a bit of a gap. Like, there's a good almost 20k between two. And then obviously another 10k there. And then it's like super even, these three here. I think this one here was actually jungle spiders. A lot of these names here are like, you know, some top dog melee grinders. Now over here I was challenged with the task of trying to pronounce this name now that I've figured out that this is, bear with me, this is broccoli in Finnish. So I've been asked to try and pronounce it. I'm just gonna give it a one bang shot here, but is it Pasakali? How'd I do? Pakasakali. Whatevs. Mad lad, I mean, what's going on here? I fought that guy in the world, he lured me and friend attacked with mage, lol. All fairs, yeah. Yeah, my philosophy for the wilderness, like anything goes. Really. I know people kind of say, well, you killed a 3-itemer or you killed someone farming. What's the point of the wilderness? Like, I don't care if they're collecting white berries. Like, obviously the wilderness has the better grinds for that reason, right? You go there for the risk. So I don't want to hear the argument, shame on you for PKing the guy picking up unicorn horns. I don't want to hear it. Like, I think it's a silly argument. You go to the wilderness, you're ready to fight. That's all I can say. Like, I've been collecting rune rocks for weeks. Yeah, I've run into a few people, but I've been ready to fight. So I think, you know, you want to utilize the wilderness, and people that, you know, a lot of these people that camp the pirate hut, you want to be camping the wilderness, be ready for a fight. I mean, clearly in that video before, Mappy, yeah, cries free. Mappy was prepared and he got a pretty good outcome. So wilderness being dangerous again is a good thing. Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. Yeah, I don't want to hear the don't pick on 3-items or people trying to like, no, I don't want to hear that. If you can't put up with the, you know, going to the wilding, you know, there's a lot of options outside of the wilding, probably not as fast, but you know, that's on you if you're not prepared for it. Now it'd be a different story, right? Like, you know, I'm a level 50 god mage, so mains can't really touch me, but I worked for that, and people can still gank me and attack me at the rune rocks, so I'm ready to fight back. So, you know, anyways, so ranging for the 24 hours there. Now I haven't done a lot of ranging, so I don't know the XP rates per hour, but I want to say that's a lot. Like, you know, what's that, like almost 10k an hour? that may even be a 24-hour grind. I would be interested to know like the time frame, like each one of these records took, like in the day. Say like Mad Lad did like 22. I guess it would probably be too much giving. I don't know if you could even get that information. But did he do 24 hours straight? Because a lot of people that I've noticed lately are doing the big grinds, which is good to see. Probably not good IRL, but you know, for just being in game, it's nice to see some of the big grinders coming out there. But I mean, love it. I mean, you do that much XP every day for a while. You know, I know Pasak Kali is getting close to the don't know if the data will show here. Probably missing a few days. Yeah, 94 range, if that's up to date. Yeah. Hardly halfway mark. Still a bit of work to go, but you know, that's well done to him. You know, these three here are pretty close. But yeah, I mean, again, here there's a bit of a gap in the for like 1 to 2. I guess this can. I mean, the app's been out for 6 weeks, so this could probably look completely different in another 6 weeks. And if you aren't on the app, once you know, this will be obviously it's not working at the moment, but it will be obviously up to date in the next few days, I would imagine. We're just going through a bit of a crisis with the data. But if you aren't on it already, this is the site here, Champions Guild. It picks up the your XP from here on London time. I think it's UTC time, midnight. It picks up your, I guess, a snapshot of that time frame, and then it will compare it day to day time on how much XP you gain. Yeah, like get on that. Championsguild.fi. Add your name there. But back to the records. Prayer here. Now I spoke to Deadman about that. He said that was an expensive day for him. I think he said it cost him 5 million GP in Dragon Bones, I think it was. Range is 20k at XP at Gnomes. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. Gnomes have been pretty, I guess with the latest wave, have been super packed. I've only kind of went down there maybe once or twice in the last few months, but since leaving there. But I wonder if you can still maintain that XP with, you know, the amount of people that are populating that spot at the moment. But that's interesting here. So Hijo, we'll go with Hijo or Hijo. Hijo is not too far from Deadman there, so I don't think you can actually achieve that by just like if you were just killing dragons or giants all day and just burying them at one at a time. I don't think you can achieve that XP in one day. I think you'd have to either buy it or build up your supply over time to even, because I mean, like 1 and 2 are fairly close. But yeah, I think maybe down here, this was probably just from like killing dragons or giants all day. But yeah, bit of a gap between the 1, 2 and the rest there. Quite an expensive skill as expected. You can see here, like the XP gain isn't even over 100. So quite low for a skill, but that's to be expected with prayer. Over to magic here. Now, I know Bob Evans, I think he's just achieved 99 magic actually. And you know, that never even registered to me because he's in my clan, and I want to actually want to say to him, give me a second. He posted like a whole spreadsheet because what he did was he killed KBD like 1,000 times, and he posted like a spreadsheet of all his items and stuff that he collected from KBD. And it didn't even register to me that he got 99 magic from it. I was just so fascinated about, like, he got this many items of this, he got X amount of this. Yeah, there you go. He actually got 99 magic. He's the second one to have that. And rightfully so. I mean, he's got the record for the most XP in the day. So that's really nice to see. The claws, not too far behind, but magic is one of those things, like, if you have the resources, I wouldn't, like, I'm thinking, like, if you had the blood runes for charge and you cast that over and over again, I wouldn't be against you pushing 1 million in a day. I think you could probably do that. Granted you had the resources for it. But yeah, in a realistic world, that's pretty big, I think. Over here in cooking, so I think cooking is one of those skills that are another one of those fast XP gaining ones, I think. I don't know for sure. Like, I haven't done a lot of cooking, fishing stuff, so, but again, I guess again with magic, the 300, 330. So yeah, I mean, that's not like a 2-hour grind though. That's probably, I'm gonna guess, like up in the 18-20 hour grind. Like, that seems like a big day of cooking. Kudos to Toy Boy, so, because I know Toy Boy's, that's his ult and that's his main there, Ravenous Rye. I think I got that one right this time. Yeah, nice to clutch that one in for your records. I think this, like, the purpose of these records, like, I think it's so freaking cool for the community, because you can come here and just, you got a 24-hour spare, like, let's, see what I can do and try and break the record. Yeah, I think it's really fun, like, this aspect. I don't know if this has pushed people to want to grind more or not. I know for me it kind of has in some aspects. Some days I don't really feel like doing crazy grinds, but definitely grind every day. But yeah, yeah, very nice in the cooking. Over here, so Lepo, I have seen the same a few times over the last month now. Lepo's clutched the woodcutting by quite some margin. Now this person seems like, so this was achieved on the 16th of January, so about a month ago. So I guess you can see some of these dates. Like, not a lot of them have been beaten in the last couple of weeks. Like, what do we got here? Okay, so Mad Lad got that a few days ago. Parcaselli got that last week. Deadman did that over a month ago. About a month ago. A few weeks ago. And a few records are getting broken. But it's I guess it's also nice to see some stand for a while. But yeah, there's like a clear, I haven't done any wood cutting, but that's, I just wanna, I do like to kind of just sort of see, like, what does that look like if you did 24 hours. Okay. So that's 20k. I think wood cutting is a little bit more. I think you can get, I don't know, you'd have to probably correct me, but can you get about 30k from wood cutting per hour? I wonder. Would it be more like a something? It might be more what it is. But I mean, yeah, if you want to break any of these records, like, get your favorite beverage, make sure you got, whatever keeps you awake. Because yeah, you'd have to be sitting in for a whole day to want to crack some of these high scores. So fletching, so straight away we see a giant gap in skills here. Now, I think from here downwards, these are actually people doing normal fletching methods. but up here, which isn't, it's not against the game rules or anything. So, what 4 hikes done here is the prototype darts. So, yeah, I mean, it's in the game, and I think Rhodesia, who's one of the 99 Fletchers, she gained like 11 million XP in a day from the prototype darts. I don't know how that all looks, whatever, or how you do that. But if that's the case, and you know, is this only a couple hour grind? Like, how does that even look? I think you need to prepare for it, like collect heaps of darts or something, or dart heads, before you start the grind. I guess there's like a 2-part thing, like if you're collecting flax and then spinning the flak. I think it's kind of like that, where there's a part where you don't gain XP and then you gain XP. So maybe that was a full day of doing a bit of both. But yeah, insane. You'll never, like, if anyone decides to do like, you know, crazy fletching in a day, like no other skill competes. Nothing. So that, yeah. As I said, overall we'll be fletching 2.0 by the end of the year, I would imagine. Or maybe in 6 months. Over to fishing here. So we got Toy Boy at the top of the fishing. So I wonder if that was the old the feathers and yeah, the feather, what's it called, like lure fishing or something? Bait fishing, lure fishing. I wonder if it's that, because I think Toy Boy actually said to me you can get about, is it 30k XP an hour? So I think like doing the lure way, you could actually probably beat that. You ain't beating that catching like lobbies or shark or anything. There's no way. Because I've been kind of like honing down on what to do after smithing for like skilling aspects. I'm fishing with Boy over at Harpoon Cage Spot in Catherby right now. Oh sweet, so he's still going at it. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, but after smithing, obviously I'll be doing a bunch of PKing and stuff on the pure, but the skilling, as far as skilling is concerned, I think cooking and, or fishing and cooking rather, probably what I'm going to do next. It's like my big grind. I don't want to throw the 99 around, because as I said at the start of the stream, 99 gets thrown around like too easily. Like, oh, I'm going to grind this to 99, but come on, Powered, you got 800 hours in you, like, you know. But maybe, I don't know if there's like a correct way to say it, but I don't know, I would like to, or it would be nice to get 99. I don't know. I just, yeah. It's fun to say, I'm gonna get this to whatever, but like you gotta be realistic, especially in Classic. But yeah, I think my next big grind will probably be fishing. Because fishing kind of unlocks a lot of corridors, like you got food for thieving, when you're getting bashed up by the hero or whatever you grind on Watchmen. Food for like when you're training your combat skills, so that would be nice. Then not just generally having food when you're, you know, doing whatever, you know, killing people in the wilderness or whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty certain I'll be doing fishing as my next grind. But yeah, maybe, who knows, maybe I'll go for this record here in a few months' time. You know, that's nice. I mean, I don't think anyone else has 2 top spots like on a single account, so good stuff. Actually, I spoke too soon. I just glanced over to fire making, so Lepo does have their 2nd top spot. And god damn. Wow. So I've never done fire making, and I am curious on what the fire making level is of, because I could be wrong, but I think does fire making scale? So like the higher level you are, the more XP you gain. Like whatever the case may be, that seems super impressive. 812k in a single day. Let's get the calculator out. Holy smokes. I'm actually just shocked. So that could very well be a 24-hour grind. Granted, I don't know the like, is there any fire makers out there? That is, oh boy. Try and beat that record, I think. So that was am I reading the months? Yeah, so I think it's months then. Yeah, so that was what, 16 days ago? Because I mean, you look at second, third, fourth, fifth, they're all kind of close, but then yeah. Damn, Lepo. That's insane. I actually want to see where are they? I've never seen this person in game. So they started a month ago. Oh, and they haven't played for 2 weeks. Oh, that's sad. I wonder, maybe they just kind of came for a little while. Damn. So they just got like rank 15 woodcutting, 7 fire making, and bounced out of here, huh? I mean, that's pretty cool. Like, play for a couple weeks, get a couple, first places, and get out of here. I don't know. I don't know if that would be. I don't know if people. I don't know. Whenever I decide to do farm making, I'll really know how good that is, I suppose. Over here in crafting, so I know Radisia is making gold amulets. She's been mining gold on like 3 accounts, I want to say, like non-stop for a few months. I don't know if she's got enough for the 99 crafting as of yet, but I know her current goal is getting 99 crafting, because there is, I mean, after 80 crafting, like, what's the point, right? You can only make dragon amulets, and then there's really, I guess skill total is a thing, right? Like, you want to get the more levels, but you can see there's not a lot of motivation past 80. But I know she has made it clear that that's what she wants to do. Quite a long road. I haven't really thought too much about crafting as of yet, but I think maybe if I ever do eventually do that, I'd probably just aim for 80 and leave it at that for a bit, because I don't know. Smithing is a little bit different, obviously, but yeah. Whenever we get to that road, we'll look at that. But yeah, crafting seems like a doozy though, because there's a few routes you can obviously do flax. I think I want to say like it's 140 or 130k flax for 80. Which is no walk in the park. Just try doing a couple of k flax and you'll kind of know where you're at. Yeah, I don't know, like, what is there a best route for crafting? Like, do you just do a bit of flax here and there and go do a bit of gold? I know some people do like the battle stars, but yeah, I mean, I've got like, as you seen earlier, I've got like 5k gems, but that barely makes a scratch. Like, you don't get a whole bunch of XP from that, sadly. Because initially when I was doing all the mining before looking into it, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get sick crafting levels, but I don't think I'll even get to 70 from all the gems on like making amulets and stuff. So it was a quite sad day when I learnt of that. Flax at gnome spot is used a lot. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the thing in it. Yeah, pick the flax. You can either bank it, or you can spin it there, or spin it at Fowley, or whatever. But I don't know, because I mean, if you did like or I guess it's like 10 to 99, I think it works out to be like 800,000 flax, like, spun into bowstring. And it would be really cool to, it's always fun to fantasize about, oh, that would be really awesome mountain to climb, but like when you get into the thick of it, like I'm still like, what, 9k iron off of having enough resources for 99 smithing, and I've mined over 7,000 ores. Oh, sorry, 700,000 ores. So like, I'm not like over mining at this stage, 35 million XP in, but you know, like it's been a long year. You can spin, yeah, you can spin it at the gnomes, yeah. Yeah, there's like three I don't know what you call them, like tree houses you can go into. To spin the blacks. But yeah, I know that was from the gold amulets, but yeah, moving on. So we have Smithin, and yours truly up there at the top there. Now I will say, you might be thinking, like, well, Zur, like, there you go, you're triple second place, you know, that's pretty nice. And it's not, I guess, as impressive as it could be, and I'll tell you for why. Because yes, that was me making steel plates. It wasn't for like 24 hours. It was probably well, we'll get the calculator out, but it wasn't for 24 hours. It was for a long day though. Yeah, so it was probably more like trying to, because I remember it was around 30. Yeah, so maybe it was more like maybe 20, 21 hours or something making steel plates. But that's a very beatable record. If you hadn't the resources to make myth plates, addy plates, God forbid rune plates, you could smash that record out of the park. So yeah, that was only with steel plates. So I think with like Whopper, 4 hike, they were doing myth. So I think they were maybe smelting a part that day, then doing some plates. But it would be fascinating to know if someone could just do like myth plates all day. And does this look like 700-800k? I would think so. But yeah, it's not like a super like hard thing to beat, because it is only steel plates. But I'll be happy for that to stay there as long as possible though. So don't try and beat it too soon. So we go over to mining, so you know, not much to say about that. So my record has been there for a month today. That's nice. I don't think there's been too many new. Oh well, there's a new one there in 5th place, well, from like a week ago. That was a 24-hour grind. So that was definitely. I've done a few 24-hour grinds plus. Because obviously these records only register at your best. Because like if you had like, you know, a lot of my best, I would have 1 to probably 10. So, but they only the records only pick up your best and they put you there for your account. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could beat that. Like there are a few ways. Because like if you're superheating in like the mining guild, it allows you to stay down there longer, so you're not having to bank so often. So you do actually get a bit more XP per hour doing that, mining myth as well. But there's just so many like things that come into play. Like there could be so many people in the mining guild. They could take away. I mean, you could probably do the wilderness. I mean, you could probably do this because you could do everything in the wilderness at the hobgoblins level 30. You could mine all the addy, superheat everything. There's a anvil and a furnace though in the wilderness, so you could do you could do it all. But you could beat that because this was just mining coal all day and banking. So if you even power mine, go down that route, which I don't suggest you do because I hate wasting, you know, resources. But I'll be interested if anyone does beat that because that was a full day, just mining coal and banking. Moving on, but I think actually before I move on, I think the most XP that in my mind you could probably get in mining in a day is you could probably push like 550 or thereabouts in a day. I don't think, like, if you had like a bot or something, or if you could like register a bot doing it for 24 hours, no interruptions, I think 550 is kind of like the limit, maybe a little bit more. So very beatable, but yeah, you're gonna have to put in the hours for that one. On to Herblore. Yeah, so that's, so Joe's up there with the Herblore, huh? So definitely was not collecting resources on that day. I don't imagine they were probably just making straight potions all day. I don't know much about the herb game. I would love to dive into it more eventually. But yeah, I mean, that is nice. What is the herb at? I'm only gonna go to like the high scores because this may be out of date for a couple of days while the site gets back picking up daily data. Where are you, Hijo? Oh, there you are. Damn, so you're ranked 3rd. So you're not far from, I mean, still a million and a bit to get to top. That's nice though. I wonder how much resources that is. Be a few thousand, right? A few thousand potions. Because like, I don't know if like there's like, there's seen people like with white berries, they trade, because obviously the wilderness is so good for like unicorn horns, for the black unicorns, the white berries that drag red dragons isle there, you can trade them over the lava to an alt because they have like a white berry spawn there. What else is there? Guess you could farm blue dragons for the scales. That's a thing, right? You make like the blue dragon dust. I think that's a thing. Yeah, I don't know, like, I don't know really much at all about herbing. I would love to get into that because herbs are, yeah, prayer pots would be so nice to have, like just to have like a million of them. Like if you had like a million prayer pots, sharks, god, what else, runes, like if you had a bunch of like bloods and stuff, like some stuff, you would need to play really. They're like the lifeblood of the game. Yeah, but that's nice. Like it's a big gap too, like between, you know, 1st and 2nd. So maybe that won't be beaten for a while, because it's an expensive skill too. Over here in agility, so we have our good mate Blackout at the top there. I think agility, I want to say, would I be correct in saying the wilderness agility course is like 20k out per hour XP? Maybe higher when you're higher level and you're failing less. There's probably maybe close to about a 12-hour grind, maybe 12 to 11, 12, yeah, let's say about that. But granted, Blackout's in the 90s, so yeah, I don't know, maybe that could be beatable. I'd be interested, but like, you know, not everyone's playing 20 plus hours a day, but if you did want to get on the record board, so, you know, come look at this page and be like, like where do I fit in on here? Or what day of my life do I want to waste away on? Because I think like a lot of people, I don't know, maybe it's not a popular opinion, but in my mind, I don't think agility is hard at all. Granted, I've only got like what, 52 on one account, 50 on another account, like 39 on another account. So it's not like extremely high XP. But not that I've given it time, but you click a spot, your character walks over, you know, 2-3 seconds, does the thing. You may fail, click it again. Like it's not like a very click intensive thing like fishing where you're like click, or thieving, right click, left click, right click, or if you do the one mouse button thing, click, picking up flax or whatever it is, you know. It's just really a click Wait 3 seconds. Click. Wait 3 seconds. Now people go, oh, well, there's no really point after getting it for questing requirements or the shortcuts or whatever have you. Obviously skill total comes into play at some point if you're going for that overall. But I don't necessarily think it's very hard. And people go, well, you can't buy it. And my counter argument for the people to say, well, you can buy a skill. Sure, if we were in like old school RuneScape where the resources are unlimited, but we're on a small community server. You don't have unlimited resources, and that's the facts. You're not going to be able to buy your way to 99 prayer. Like, that's just not happening. You could buy potentially yourself to magic to 99. Granted, you have the funds. I think Bob said he spent. Now he used expensive runes, of course. I want to say he said he spent about 60 million. But that's the expensive route. You could probably do 99 magic under 10 million with cheap runes. Yeah. You could probably buy magic. There's no way you could buy prayer. What else is there? Like another. Yeah, you couldn't buy herb because the resources aren't there. Even if you had 5 bill sitting in the bank, you're not going to be able to buy all the resources. Like, why do you think it took Whopper 18.5 million XP plus buying the other half? Because to mine your own amount of resources for 99 smithing, it's 30 million plus XP in mining, which I've done. I've mined all my own resources. But Whopper's only barely scraped in at 98 smithing by mining a large portion. Like, you gotta think about that. 18.5 million he did himself. Plus he bought 15 plus million XP worth of ores. So if you just were like one mining, one smithing, and you think you're gonna buy the resources for 99 smithing in a community like as small as this, it just won't happen. So yeah. That's my argument for buyable skills. It's just not a thing. So yeah, agility. I know my ranking video, I ranked it like low. I'll probably still keep it there at this stage once I do it a little bit more. And then we're on to thieving. Our lucky last. And I know Iceman and Gainsio have been going ham on that thieving over the last month, and I think Iceman actually had the record. No, maybe they. Yeah, no, they had the record. And it looks like Gainsio took the record 2 days ago. So there you go. So there's I guess, a story right there. An old record blown out of the water. And that's 610 KXP in a day. That's looking nice. I don't know about you guys, but that looks like a big day. I don't know if that's 24 hours, but it could be. Damn, that is nice. I would love to do thieving eventually, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing that in the foreseeable future. But the runes, the money that comes with it, it would be so nice. Like for me, if I look at these on sort of face value, fishing, cooking, I have to do. I think next, and then that kind of unlocks the door for like, and also like agility, because you know, fishing for the food for when you get injured at the agility course would be nice. So food for the agility, food for thieving. So that kind of unlocks those two, and obviously combat. I guess they're kind of like the avenues that I'll go. I think crafting's probably always going to be there. Maybe looming, wood cutting, fire making, fletching. I'm not really like overly like keen to do those straight away. Probably throw ranging in there as well. Not like something like those 4 skills. It's like I'll do them, but it probably won't be for like a year or two. Like it's not like a yeah, that's something I'll be doing straight away. And then herb craft, yeah. Herb prayer. That's just gonna be. I think herb prayer are one of those skills that you just gotta chip at it over time. I think. Yeah, because you're not buying the resources. You're just gonna have to collect them over time. I think. Yeah. I guess that's my review for the record side of things. So hopefully, the our darkness and sadness goes away in a couple days. I think we're on day. I want to say it'll be back online tomorrow, but I'm not too certain. You can see my time here in the corner here. That does usually update about 10 a.m. my time, so from now we're probably looking at like what, 14 odd hours that it does update. So I do wonder if it will update soon. But anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in on the stream. It was a short one, but I was just do a quick catch up with anything, I think I kind of touched base on a lot of the things that I wanted to. Do expect more videos to come out. Maybe not so much PK related in the near future, but definitely PK is on the horizon with a new account in play, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Feel free to, if you're new to this place, to check out some of the other videos. I had a lot of fun making those over the course of the last month. So, but until next time, thank you guys. See you next time.